Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Will the Collector back here with another video review. Man, it feels great to get to talk with you folks, whether it's the 40-ish some subscribers I have right now or anybody that might come across this video and decide to give me a watch and not subscribe. Hey, it is what it is. But I love talking about toys. And I love it when people help one another out when it comes to toys. I've got a fortunate group of friends that have helped me out in finding this or finding that. I got a buddy of mine named Carlos that lives out in California. Giving a shout out for finding me Thrust. Everybody else is finding Thrust, but he happened to find him for me, and I had him pre-ordered through Target. I don't know what Target did. Like, these started showing up, and everybody started posting pictures. I'm like, my Thrust kept getting delayed. I was supposed to get him in early December. And then it kept getting pushed back and kept getting pushed back and kept getting emails. Hey, would you authorize this? No, Jackwagon, send me my figure. Well, yeah, it is what it is. Buddy of mine got him for me, and here he is, all in his gloriousness. Now, this is Earthrise. So this is the Transformers, Earthrise, War for Cybertron trilogy, Cybertronian villains, Thrust. As you can see, this packaging is fixing to change, and I can tell you, I already don't like it. Anyways, but here he is in his packaging. Nice window box. There we go. Got some nice artwork there on the side. There's Thrust. Dirge and Ramjet right there. Very nice artwork there on the side. Here we go, back to this side. We got all the characters, Sideswipe RC. I'll remember his name in a second because I have him. Shockwave. Is that Double Dealer? Quintessons, Wheeljack, Hound, Bumblebee, Optimus, Megatron, the ships, Unicron. Holy crap, is that Galvatron? Anyway. And here onto the back. And again, no bio. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know why I should like him. I mean, I know why I should like him. But again, there's no bios. I mean, just give me something. At least with, Marvel Legends, you get like a little blurb of something, But anyways, this is the last of my cone heads. I'm going to pause this video, get him out of his plastic prison, and I'll be right back. And we're back, boys and girls, and here he is, all out of his packaging. And in alt mode. Okay, so I gotta be honest. One of my biggest gripes is the fact that I think the last Transformer, prior to the one I'm fixing to bring into screen, that I remember seeing, well, there's been a couple, but it's not the regular releases. Like, I remember Hound. I got Classics Hound, Generations Hound, whichever one he was, in his alt mode. Then everyone since then is always in their bot mode. I don't know. Am I the only one that likes to see them in the packaging like this? I probably am. Either that or I got like a handful of you that like the other way around. But, my point is, like, say, Gigawatt here. Review coming soon. That's just, but then again, why are you buying this? You're buying this for the DeLorean. I'm not trying to do my own counter argument here, but still, I like seeing them in their alt modes. Probably because I'm going to say that's one of the last few times they're going to be in there. I have transformed. I have gone through and transformed every single one of my Transformers at least twice. And I don't know if you can tell, but I've got a couple of them back there. And I love my Transformers. I really do. I really love my Transformers. And again, that's why I like them in an alt mode occasionally. Not just always in bot mode. But anyways, here he is, all out of his packaging. And man, you see, here's the other thing, boys and girls, you got to know about me. I didn't have anything G1. I had a anniversary edition Ultra Magnus at some point in time. But as grown up as a kid, oh man, I had very few Transformers. I think we did have a Bumblebee at some point in time. Friends of mine had an Optimus, but I never had him. So this is me getting my nostalgia later on in life. And I couldn't tell you to breathe a bigger sigh of relief when I was able to pre-order him through Target. got that in there, I was good. I think I remember where I was standing when I did it. And then everybody else started getting them before I did. It is what it is, as long as good collectors got them. But here he is. Just as I spin him around. Again, this is a very, they took the Classics mold from a deluxe scale, and they just scaled it up to Voyager scale, which I'm fine with. That's what I wanted, because there's his deluxe scale one. And did I get him last? Ramjet was my first. And I want to say Thrust here might have been my last one that I got in that deluxe scale. Dirge is already in the soon to be sold off on Facebook. Hopefully somebody wants some Classics Deluxe Seekers to fill out their collection. I'm not gonna lie, I'd love I don't know if they count that, or consider Coneheads different. I love the jets the most. For me, I don't know what it is. I will grab Starscreams. Skywarps, and Thundercrackers. I let go of my Siege Tetrajet Skywarp to trade off to get part of the 2-pack of the Earthrise ones, which I'm fine with, because it just fills that Voyager scale need that I have. Okay, so back to transformation, as I'm going to start right here. And again, I haven't done many Transformers, so if I'm not doing it to your liking or to your taste, I do apologize. But I'm doing the best that I can. I'm trying to stay as well-rounded as I can on this channel. As far as I collect a lot, so I'm gonna display a lot. For me, I'm going to pop these legs out first. So you got the back part here where the feet come down. You just pop those out. There you go. Done. Just kidding. You pull his shin flaps forward and probably pop these up, and then you pull those loose and the legs will extend. Now, when you're pulling these up, I don't know how, let me maybe adjust my brightness here. I don't know if you could see. Hey, get that a little brighter. So you can see there's like a little notch right there that's going to jump in that knee notch right there. Man, I need to work on zooming in and zooming out at the right time so my producer is not having to do that so much for me. And then gently separate these two tabs. Now, one will go over the other. That's the same in like almost every single one of these jets, those two tabs right there. So just be mindful of that and be careful when you're separating them. So now that you've got the wings loose, you go ahead and pop these out right here. That also comes into play later. Later, as I mean like the next two steps, is when you pop his upper section loose and he can go back. If you had these down, they wouldn't go forward. And then you roll the arms out. And I go ahead and do the arms now. Now, this is a weird bit of engineering. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. I'm just the guy who buys the toys. The fist will come down to about here. This will come up. And then this extends. So this back piece right here, you pull that, just pop that back out. And then pull this out. See? And that lines up that way. And then you just sandwich this back down. And it all comes into place. And there's your forearm, so to speak. Your robotic forearm. So again, you pull the fist down to about there. Slide this piece up, which allows you to pop this piece down because they all lock into place. And then you pull that back out. It's weird. It's weird. It doesn't just pop up in there. I can't tell you if I'd like it any other way. It's just a little weird. It serves the same purpose. And then you line all this stuff up. Make sure the chest bits line up, because you got like a little tab right there that kind of holds those shoulders into place. And darn it, yep, jumped ahead of myself, because you got to pop cockpit loose, start pulling that forward. This spins around, and you can see like a little notch right down in there to where this is going to tab into. Now you can go ahead and do this, and then you can reveal the head. And there he is. Look at that punum. And there is Thrust. Let's see, these right here. They shouldn't need to move. I don't think. Yeah, there's 2 pegs in there, so those won't move, because that's the way his legs are supposed to be. But there's Thrust, and I gotta say, other than the fact that everybody else was getting them, and check this stuff out. I canceled my pre-order, and they still sent me. Uh-oh. That's not good. Let's see. Is that just not clicked in there all the way? Oh. It's like I got a little bit of separation right there, like it didn't collapse in all the way. I'll mess with that later. Anyways, there he is. Going to take his missiles and do like everything else and put them into his shoulders. Even though it's kind of, you know, I only have one way of shooting. I do apologize if this video seems like it's all over the place. I'm still working this one out. But there is Thrust all out of his packaging. Just my lights. A little bit lower. There we go. There we go. And I dig him. You know, taking a look at that face. Just kind of like a, oh my god. I mean, that's what that face looks like. Like, oh, I can't believe we shot at that guy, you know. But there he is. And real quickly, to bring in his brethren, Dirge and Ramjet. My cone heads are complete. Yay! You know. Very happy this happened. I'm glad that they're not such a crazy far departure, and I wouldn't think that they would be, you know, but you never know. You know, you can kind of say, well, Hasbro's going to do this, or Hasbro's going to do that, and then they throw you a curveball, and I'm just trying to think of where I was going to go with that, and I have no idea. Anyways, but there he is with his brethren. I wish there was no, because it looks like, yeah, Thrust and Ramjet have like the same facial expression, yet Dirge is the one that's screaming. I wish there was a difference. I wish Thrust would have came with something different. But it is what it is. I like his paint scheme. I'm a big sucker for red. And this is more like maroonish and all kinds of different colors. You know, he's got some purple kneecaps. But I'm digging it. I'm really digging it. You know. Of course, I love Transformers. I didn't have a lot of Transformers growing up. So, really happy with this nostalgia that we get. I know everybody's like tired of G1 representations. Well, you know what? Hasbro found a fan in me with that. You know, I didn't have a lot of G1 stuff. I like more modern takes on things, but not such a far departure to where it's not recognizable. To go over to articulation real quick. Head is, you can move a little bit. Probably just a very restrictive barbell joint. But there, no tilt, no side to side. He can look about that far up. Oops, sorry, about that far up, about that far down. You know, Shoulders go out like this. Rotate. Very stiff. You get up to here. It just gets tight. He's not going to be doing too much just for, again, shelf space. I probably need to go through and determine what I can live without, or maybe something that can go away for a season. I don't know. He's got a, stiff. I mean, the joints on here are crazy stiff. He's got a bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow. You can get just past 90 degrees. He's got a wrist up and down, and that's just because of the transformation. Let's see, no waist swivel because of the transformation. His thighs are only going to go that far forward, that far back. Can they go out? Yeah, they can go out to the side. They can go out to the side. So he can kick you in the abdomen, or at least in the chest, you know. He's got a single jointed knee, but it goes at least 90. Popped out joint there. And let's see. He's got a little bit of toe, and again, that's just for transformation and stuff like that. I mean, not much when I get on my bots. What I want out of my bots is that they can just stand there and cut a nice silhouette. You know, with my Seekers, you know, would I like to get it to where I've got them all in alt mode and flying through the air? Yeah, that's possible. You know, but there he is. And again, here is his deluxe scale version. Different types of paint looks, which I get. You know, I never know in the original, so I couldn't tell you how much closer this is or not. I think this is hopefully this is closer. If not, somebody tell me. Or my producer's going to tell me. Because he actually goes to Japan, and I know he knows a lot more than I do. I've got books. I've got tons of different stuff, and it's just a matter of time for me just sitting around reading or listening. You know, I do like the Basics show. I'd like to give a shout out to them. I love that. Love him. He does at least a weekly video. Typically comes out on Saturdays or Sundays, of different characters and stuff like that. I don't think he's done the Coneheads at all. I know he's gone over the Rainmakers, Skywarp, Thundercracker, Starscream. Very good channel. Love that channel. Whenever you get a chance, check it out. But, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Earthrise Thrust, which is showing up your targets now. So run out there and get them. If you want to complete your Coneheads, that's the way to get them. Also, here's the instruction manual, which is done in this horrendous green and white scheme here. I mean, you transform these enough. The good thing is all these guys are pretty much the same, so you kind of know exactly what you're doing when you grab a hold of them. I have been Will the Collector. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, like it. Please subscribe. Share it. Tell a friend. Hey, there's this guy that doesn't know quite what he's doing, and you know he's optimistic. You know. Anyways, boys and girls. Again, like always, take care of one another, and I will talk to you later. Bye bye.